This is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Depthcharge. Now Depthcharge is a scout class figure, and I have to say, out of all the scout class figures I reviewed, this guy is so far my favorite. I don't know, when I first saw him in pictures, I really loved him, and then I started seeing reviews on him. Then I had second thoughts about him. But I did see him in package, and the moment I saw him, I said, I gotta have him. And sure enough, I was not disappointed. This is an amazing figure. I even like him more than June Runner for some reason. This guy is just stellar. Obviously he doesn't have a gun. He's such a badass looking figure that I had to put a gun on him. This is if you remember in the 80s Voltron, this is the Black Lion's cannon. They should have put a gun on this guy. He just needs it, the bio says he is a covert espionage specialist, sort of like a commando. He's got some firepower. He's got missiles right here on his shoulder, but he's gotta have a gun, man. Yeah, okay, fine. Let me just get rid of that so you can see him. A decent sized scout class figure. Here he is with classic Starscream. Right there. Pretty decent size. And what really got me hooked on this guy is the amount of articulation on him. Just look at this guy. He's got waist articulation, ball jointed hips. He's got he bends at the knee. His foot, you can adjust the heel up and down because of the transformation. Has thigh rotation, ball jointed shoulders, bicep rotation, double jointed elbows. Even his thumb moves. The only thing missing is the head is on a ball joint. The previous scout class figures never had such a posable head as this guy. Even Scalpel could only just move up and down, forward and backward. This guy can have a full range of motion because it's on a ball joint. He can even tilt the head sort of to the left or to the right, and can swivel can swivel 360. Can't look up or down though. No wrist articulation, but such an awesome figure. Just look at him here. Where can you find a scout that has both waist articulation and head articulation, as well as all the possible joints on his limbs? That kind of combination of articulation, I think, is very unique to this figure. Some scouts would just have very articulated limbs, some would just have hips and head, some would just have arms very articulated. This guy has almost every single bit about him, very posable and great articulation. So this guy takes the cake for me. Okay. Let me just talk more about the figure. He's very hulky, if you ask me, or bulky, or hulky. It's because of his big feet and big hands. He's got a lot of bulk about him. It's a shame they had to make him into a scout class. It'd be nice to be a deluxe class, but he's fine as he is. Standing him, he's very stable because of his wide feet and angled feet, so you can get him into a lot of different poses, like blocking. You can even do a kicking pose, I think. Well, not exactly. He can't stand on one foot. That's a shame. Okay, he has a battle mode, which I think is crap. You put his guns out. I think this is a good enough battle mode for me. Put his guns blazing like that. Very nice. But they said, the instruction says, you have to put his feet to the side and sort of make like, sorry, wasn't supposed to, sort of make like pontoons on him. This is hardly a mode. I mean, come on. This is his battle mode. Uh, I don't buy it. I really don't. Sorry, how did I do this? Okay. Uh, I think just popping his guns out is enough of a battle mode for me. I mean, this guy is just great. It's just fun to pose. He's going to stay in the front part of my shelf because it's just amazing. Him and Dune Runner are probably the scouts you want to get. I haven't opened Ransack. He's probably going to be another one, but as of this review, this is my favorite scout class figure. Now, let's transform him into his stealth boat mode. So, being an espionage specialist, a tactician, a stealth boat would be the perfect alt mode for Depthcharge. Transform him, a little bit tricky. The instructions did play a good role in helping me out transform this guy. But you can probably figure it out even without instructions, but it was a little bit difficult for me to transform at first. So, pop up the heels or the feet, and then make sure the ball joints are aligned, and then join the feet together. A little bit tricky, not as annoying or difficult or tedious as Detour or Dead End, but a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. So this is the one that really got me into a stupor. I mean, just figuring out how to do that was very difficult for me. I mean, the instructions sort of hint at what you should do, but you gotta figure it out on your own. Okay, and after that, the arms are pretty easy to transform. Okay, rotate. Okay, rotate. Okay, just fold the arms in. Thumbs, fold them up. And there is Depthcharge in his stealth boat mode. I mean, stealth could have been a stealth ship, but the box says stealth boat. So I guess you can sneak up on Decepticons in this mode. The rockets will still function. I mean, they can even swivel independently. Very nice. The rockets are, I think, have been the official battle mode. Just realigning them. Very nice looking. I'm very pleased with this boat, with this figure, in his boat mode, stealth boat, and especially in his robot mode. If you see him, I think you should pick him up. Him and June Runner so far are the best scouts I've seen, and Autobot symbol right there, very small. I mean, I have to give it to Hasbro. They've really put a lot of engineering time on these scouts, and kudos to all the designers of the scout class figures. They did an amazing job, especially this guy, Depthcharge. There you have it, Revenge of the Fallen, scout class, Depthcharge.